Hello there, I'm Rajiv Chintala. I'm a software developer from India. I've been working in the IT industry for the last 10 years and I've worked for big companies such as Samsung, Accenture and VMware. I am primarily a back-end developer, but sometimes I've worked on Android app development too. I work using languages such as C, C++ and Java. Let's get started. So, we have an interesting problem to solve here. It's called the nth Fibonacci, solving for the nth Fibonacci term. So first, what exactly is a Fibonacci series? So Fibonacci series is a pretty important series. It occurs in the nature quite often actually, like for example, the patterns of a sunflower or a pineapple are all based on Fibonacci series. In fact, even in computer science, we have something called as a Fibonacci heap, which is a data structure. So how do we define this Fibonacci series? So it has two base cases where the zeroth term and the first term are 0 and 1, and every other term is the addition of its previous two terms. So that's what we have here. F of n, if 0, it's 0. If 1, the first term, it's 1. Otherwise, f of n is equal to f of n minus 1 plus n minus 2. If we look at the table here, we see that the 0th and the first term are 0 and 1. Then 1 is equal to 0 plus 1, which is 1. 2 is equal to 1 plus 1, which is 2. 3 is equal to 2 plus 1, which is 3. 5 is equal to 3 plus 2, which is 5, and so on and so forth. So, what is the problem that we have here? The problem is finding the nth Fibonacci term. So, given a number n, what is the term? For example, here if we see what is the third term, 0, 1, 2, 3. The third term is 2. So, that's what we are supposed to find. Given n, we are supposed to find the nth term. We are going to solve this using something called as recursion. So, what is recursion? Recursion is when the function calls itself on a smaller subproblem. So the small part is important. Why? Because we are slowly decreasing the size of the problem until it arrives at the base case, after which we build up again. So let's look quickly at what I mean by that. So suppose if here we want to find out Fibonacci, the third term, so f of 3. So what does that mean? F of 3 is equal to, we'll call Fibonacci again on f of 2, which is n minus 1, and f of 1, which is n minus 2. Now f of 1 we know, which is 1, so this is good. But f of 2 we don't know, so we'll call again recursively f of 1 and f of 0. Now we both know these terms, the 0th term is 0 and the first term is 1. So 1 plus 0 is 1, which is f of 2, then f of 2 is 1, f of 1 is 1, so 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, f of 3. That's exactly what we're going to do here. Quickly going through the code. We have a public class Fibonacci because in Java everything should be in a class. Public void static void main, which is the main entry point, and n equal to 3 system.out, where we are printing to the standard output. Now here is the public static function, static because we want to call the function without creating an instance of the Fibonacci class. Int because we want it to return the actual nth term, and n. So here is the base case. This is important. If n is equal to less than equal to 1, return n. If n is 0, return 0. If n is 1, return n. Otherwise, return f of Fibonacci n minus 1 plus Fibonacci n minus 2. These are the recursive calls. Let's quickly code up and see how this works. So, here I've just stated the Fibonacci recurrence relation and the first n term. So, let's just write n int n equal to 4 system.out.println Fibonacci n. So here it's showing in red because Fibonacci is not defined. So let's quickly define it. Public static int Fibonacci and in n. And first let's see what happens if we don't give the base case. Return Fibonacci n minus 1 plus Fibonacci n minus 2. So let's see what happens if we don't give the base case. So if we don't give the base case, oh my god, see what happens. So Fibonacci is called again and again and again because we see, that's why in recursion base case is very important, because if you don't give the base case, the same function, although we are decreasing the size of the problem, we are calling it again and again, but it doesn't stop, it doesn't know where to stop, so it will just keep calling itself again and again. After 0 it will go into negative number. So let's fix this. So let's quickly fix this. If n is less than equal to 1, return n. Otherwise, Fibonacci. Let's see if it works, and there we go. Fibonacci of the fourth term is 3. Good. But since we're good software developers, we'll just check for other terms. Let's check 8 first. Fibonacci of the 8th term is 21. Okay, seems to be working. Let's try one last thing. 11 should give us 89 if everything works. And there we have 89. So there you go. So that's it from my side. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you very much. Have a good day.